Hey, it's me, NT, and today we're playing Otto's Escape on Steam new and cheap. Now, last time I was a little disappointed that I actually paid money for a game that I really didn't enjoy. So this time we're going with something cheap as in free. That's right, Otto's Escape is a brand new free game on Steam. And looking at the store page, I noticed some scary words, namely that it said it was going to be hard. So I am hoping this isn't a rage game, but let's get right up and started. Okay, it says AD, but it also says better to play with controllers. Oh, RT. Alright, LT left, left booster, RT right booster. Alright, yay! Da-ding! Da-ding! Hitting the checkpoints. What is my UI? A giant restart button. I don't know if I want that. A menu button, we'll save that for later. Time. Okay, the time is going up. That's good. So I don't have to worry about like losing an X amount of time. Assuming red means bad, by the way, so I'm dodging that. Up, and then... Yep, I do have checkpoints. The thing closes behind me. So it's not a rage game. It's not going to dump me all the way back down to the bottom. Ooh, way more red things. Not exactly sure what the top left bar is. 87, 100. Okay, so it fills up when I hit a yellow thing. It's just constantly going down, like really fast. Does it stop going down when I stop going up? It stops going down when I don't use fuel. Okay. It's gotten quite interesting now that things are so close together. But I seem to be doing it, folks. Oh, that looks really hard to fit through. But I did it! Nope, nope. I'm going to perfectly line this up and then floor it. And I almost hit the 9 on the right. Let's try that again. Line it up and floor it. There we go. Go hit the big red button with the big red. Now it's green. Alright, chamber 6. Now the red mines are moving. Alright. Ah! Okay, I dodged it. Why are the buttons on the side now? Did they decide the ones at the top were too easy? Is there really anything too easy in this game? Alright, keep on moving. Button on the side. Fuel mine. Yellow golden goodness on the right. Oh great, now I'm having to fit in between these things while there's a moving one. But it's okay, yarg. Button. Hit the button. Grab the fuel. All the way into chamber 9. Where I have more sideways to go. Oh, short chamber, I guess. Hey! Well, since I got rid of that mine, I now no longer have to worry about it when I'm going back and forth, I guess. I'm gonna hug the wall on this one and hope I can get through in time. And I did. Fuel! I need fuel! And I need fuel again. And... oh, okay. I blew up. I am out of fuel. Restart. Okay, full disclosure, I didn't do that good on my first run. I have actually already played this game for about 30 minutes in the first video that I didn't hit the record button on because I was so worried about hitting the record button on my audio, I didn't think to hit it on my video. So, that's my little deception revealed. That actually is the farthest I have gotten yet. For the longest time I was failing at floor 5. Once you start having to thread the needle on this rocket. And then I started being able to get to floor like 6 or 7, or chamber, whichever you prefer. And then I'm like, well, that's a good look at it. And I hit my shortcut to stop recording, and the recording started. I was like, oh no. Did it do what I think it did? If I haven't mentioned this, this isn't really the best setup possible for recording videos. I do not have another monitor. I don't even have one monitor. I'm playing on my laptop screen right now. So all the recording software is just somewhere in the background doing its own thing, I hope. And last time it was not. The very first one of these videos that I made, the game ended up with no audio, because as soon as I connected my headphones, the recording software decided I didn't need audio anymore. On the recording, I could still hear it on my headphones, so it seemed like everything was working. It would mean not looking at the recording software. I didn't know it wasn't working. I will try to give y'all like a little bit of an, that's not quite right. That's even worse. A little bit of an idea of like what my initial reactions were. Which mostly is, while the controls make sense, well no, while the controls work, they do not intuitively make sense, because it's like driving a tank. You press the left button to go right, because it's firing the right booster. You press the right button to go left, because it's firing the right booster. So if you start at any point to try to think about what you need to do, then all of a sudden you can no longer make these not jumps. See right there, I started thinking about it because I'm trying to line up to dodge that mine. As soon as you stop to try to line up something, that's when you're completely doomed. If you're doing right now, where you've pretty much got the checkpoint or the fuel ups memorized, you can just rocket along and you won't be thinking about which hand sends you in which direction. But when you're like, oh, there's a moving mine, I need to wait a second for it to dodge, and you let go of all the buttons, and you no longer remember, okay, I've been holding this button down, the left button down, so obviously I need to tap the right button. As you can see, there's a lot of like finesse on where you hit the button, or how hard you hit the button, or whether you tap it and let go. When you stop thinking about, or when you don't have one button continually held down, that's when you get screwed up. Because actually it's pretty easy to go, okay, I need to go left, so I let go of the left button. I also figured out on my first go around, it is much easier just to take the hits in that chamber. So if you purposely take the hits in those little needle gaps earlier, you lose fuel for hitting the mines. True enough. But you don't lose the fuel you normally would have waffling back and forth trying to set the shot up. And you see at this point I've completely recovered whatever fuel that I lost purposefully hitting those mines. Now you can't really do that going farther up. You certainly can't do that where you hit one at the top and then hit one at the bottom. You can't do it as much going further up, simply because there's a lot more mines. These buttons are also kind of frustrating because it takes a good bit of momentum to trigger their push. So you'll be like, oh, I made it, and the button will be like, no, you didn't. I've also decided I prefer to hit the... I have now decided I prefer just to hit that one. Go up. Darn. Ah! Looked like it hit me twice. Okay, so that time I probably took a few more hits than I should have. In chamber 5. Let's see if I can just scoot right through this chamber. And I'm seem to be scooting pretty good, but here we are back at the button that needs the extra momentum to hit. Let me grab my fuel. Jigger on up here. So I can get to the land of the too many moving projectiles. It's handy that the wall slows you down, and straightens you out, but it also does mean you're losing time. And by time, I mean time when you could be successfully dodging these stupid moving mines. It'd be nice if I could remember what side the fuel is on in this area too. It would help me. Full speed button press. So here we are. I think 9 is as far as I've got. Earlier in the game, when I hit 5 for the first time, they called it first base. So maybe not. I almost got to the fuel. So maybe 10 is second base. Okay, back to chamber 8. I just did really good on the last previous chamber, so maybe I'll do good here. And as soon as I say something, I hit something. But wind up for the button and hits. Grab my fuel. And back into chamber 9. I would really like to see what's after chamber 9. Just psyched myself out and realized that essentially I'm doing the same. Oh, 10! Whoa, this sucks. Okay. No, I only wanted to hit one of them. Get the fuel! Now I'm not in the position where I can hit any of them. So of course I hit one. I think that time if I had hit only one of them, I could have got up. Alright, so that's Otto's Escape. I do want to check something out in the menu, which is I noticed there's achievements, or achieves, on that. And if you look, halfway there is clear floor for the 10 for the first time. So that means I got almost halfway through the game. Alright, so is Otto's Escape worth it? I really think that answer kind of comes down to if you're interested in this kind of game. The controls are fine. They're reliable. I don't have any real issue with the controls, but it's very physics-based. As you notice, I was kind of going back and forth all over the place. You know, left goes right, right goes left. And this game requires precision. So when you have physics-based movement in a game that requires precision, that is going to guarantee a certain amount of frustration. But the more I played, and it took me really that first unseen 30 minutes to really get a good hand on how the controls worked, the more I played, the more I felt a mastery of movement, and there was a certain amount of joy being able to just rocket up towards the sky, which made it fun, but I think it's only going to be fun for a relatively short time frame. And I don't really think this is going to be a game where you put it down, pick it up a little bit later, and play it and really enjoy it. What I really think this game should have been was a mobile game, because with that I can see myself, I'm waiting for something and I pick up and I play 2 minutes of Otto's Escape and see if I can beat my previous tower time. And the graphics, to be honest, already look kind of like something out of a mobile game anyway. That's not to say the game isn't very polished looking. The UI was nice, the music wasn't offensive. So really, you also have to come down to the question, is this worth the price that I paid for it, which was free? And the answer is absolutely yes, it was worth free. So I will recommend picking up Otto's Escape, even if it's just to play for, 5 or 10 minutes to find out how quickly it takes you to run into one of those red mines. Anyway, that's my opinion. If you thought the game was interesting, pick it up, support the developer, give them some love, and I hope you all have a great rest of the day.